What's up, Brice?
What's up, man? You failed your people.
It's not the first time.
You completely failed them.
I'm sure the people are like, well, duh, it's Lou. It's, he's got the attention span of a gnat or whatever has a short attention span. I don't really have a list of those. What's up in your world, brother?
Not much, man.
Brice is like me. I think we're both distracted today or whatever because tomorrow's the Troubadour.
Yeah. Be out there. I went the first year, did not go last year, just because of the first one was very hot. And now that they've moved it, and last year I think we had a cook off that weekend or something like that was the real main reason. But look forward to being out there, seeing my guy Robert Earl. Little small tidbit is I saw him a lot when I was in late high school, early 2000s. One of my best friends growing up, still one of my really good friends. His uncle was the fiddle player for Robert Earl.
Is that right?
Yeah, and so we got to
Holy cow.
we saw Robert Earl a lot, so it was looking forward to that. It's been a long time since I've seen him.
I had no ties like that, but being a music-oriented person who went to about 10 to 13 concerts a year for a big stretch of my life, and Robert Earl played around here. I probably saw him 3 times a year for a long time.
Yeah, saw him around here.
I went to Houston to see the Christmas show.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen Robert Earl, and we'll see him. He's gotten to the point where he's too big, where I can't afford to go see him anymore.
He started Texas country, like the Texas country music scene. I kind of feel like he started it, and then Pat Green and some of these others followed. But saw him here a lot in town. Saw him at Willie's 4th of July picnic. We went to Boktoberfest one year in Shiner.
I saw him there too.
He was, so.
And he was awesome. The weather was miserable.
It
was raining. It was kind of freezy.
Yeah.
And when Robert Earl played, I forgot all about that.
Because Shiner was one of his sponsors back in the day, if I'm not mistaken. And so he played Boktoberfest a lot. The year we went, it wasn't raining. It was hot and terrible. I think I was 18. So, I mean, it shouldn't technically even been there, but enjoyed some Shiners.
No, it was a great time.
Yeah.
I've seen him all over the state. I've seen him at Green Hall. I've seen him everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean,
so looking forward. It's been a while since I've seen him.
I've seen him in the smallest of venues. Yeah. I've seen him at the largest of venues. It don't matter. That's the universalness of who he is.
Yeah, looking forward to it. So, and of course the barbecue's a plus. Flatland Cavalry's good. I don't know if you've heard them. Jason Boland, the Stragglers, great. They've got.
Everyone keeps telling me about Jason Boland.
Jason Boland, the Stragglers is great. You'll really like them. A good lineup and good barbecue. Looking forward to some of the barbecue places. Have done a little bit more, digging now that it's getting closer. Like, okay, they're going to be there. I hope they make this, kind of what they're known for. So.
Do you have a couple of names you want to share? At least on your looking forward to list.
Ones I'm looking forward to, Hutchins Barbecue. I hope they do their Texas Twinkies. I try to replicate them all the time. I'm sure they're not as good. I hope that's what they make because I haven't had it and want to try it. Interstellar, I'm looking forward. I've had Interstellar before, but I'm looking forward to what they have. Tejas, I'm looking to see which dessert they do. I hope it's the carrot souffle because it's amazing, and it's been a while since I've had it. I'm trying to think. There was one. It's way down in South Texas. I can't remember the name, but it's one I'll probably never get to try outside of here. So those are the ones. The ones that are really far away, like East Texas, way South Texas, way up in the those are the ones that I want to try because the likelihood I'm ever in those areas is low.
Same. I do that too, by the way. Yeah. When I go there, I'm going to eat at those first. Because I want to make sure, before they run out or whatever happens, or because a lot of those places have backups for when they run out. They don't run out.
Yeah, but
they go.
You want what they cook first. Yeah,
I want to do what they're trying to show off.
Yeah, and so
I try and go to the faraway places first.
Another one I will have at some point because it's in the San Antonio area that I'm looking forward to is 2M Smokehouse. It's supposed to be really good. So if you see 2M, try that one out. I heard they're great. Just hadn't had a chance to. Last time I was in San Antonio, I went to Burnt Bean. I went to Seguin and went to Burnt Bean, which is now the the number 1 Texas monthly top 50 place.
I love the fact that every year I've been, something's come away as the show stealer.
Yeah.
The storyline.
Because I'm going to try I'm going to have a sample of all 30 places or whatever it is.
I have not been able to do that yet. I've come close.
You just got to take a break. You just got, and I won't have any beers or anything like that until I've sampled all the wares. But the good thing is my wife is with me, so basically we're going to split everything, so I don't have to eat the whole Unless it's really good, then she'll have to go get in line herself and get whatever it is.
I'm not going to throw food away. I consider that like sacrilege.
Yeah,
like there's kids starving out there. I can't throw food away.
If they're handing out like a whole beef rib, I'm not gonna have that because I would waste it. You know what I'm saying? Or it might go
beef rib?
A whole beef rib. Yeah. If I've tried like 15 places already and I walk up to one and they're giving away a whole beef rib, I'm gonna probably be like, save that for somebody that will eat the whole thing because I'm not going to. Or hey, cut me a piece off of one. You got any scraps back there? Give me one of those pieces. Just give me a piece.
That's interesting. If you go up and ask for scrap, they're probably like, well, yeah, you don't want to eat a whole beef rib.
I don't want to waste it, and be like, hey, I'm too full to have that. Just
72 to 74 degrees
is the high.
Yeah. And I'm just like, that's about 20 will feel like 70 degrees lighter than the first 3 years of Troubadour.
Oh, absolutely. The first 2 years were both almost to 100. I mean, it was hot.
This is going to be glorious. I absolutely, passionately, insanely love the Troubadour Festival.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Being a barbecue junkie who travels every summer, even before Troubadour started, I was traveling summers, finding the top Texas barbecue places.
Yeah.
Whether it was new top Texas, old top Texas, taking the Texas monthly list and going, what's the top I haven't been to? Okay, this is what I did. The Troubadour is a dream come true.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm the same way. You know me. If I'm ever close to a top 50 place, I'm trying it. I don't try many places outside of the top 50, which is, or the ones, I think I told you about Bar A Barbecue that before they were in the top 50, and they're going to be out there this weekend. If you haven't had them, I hope they make their I mean, it's just a side dish, but I hope they bring their cornbread, the cornbread they make. It's like a honey cornbread, homemade. It's really great. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they come up with.
You mentioned Interstellar. I just want to interject or throw in that they're one of the few places that actually lived up to the hype. One of the worst things in the world is hype because you go in with expectation on top of already.
Yeah.
And when I went there, they were insane.
They were the previous number one spot in Texas.
And I knew that going in.
Yeah.
So here I am going to the number one ranked barbecue place in Texas. I've been dying to go. It took me like 2 years before I finally got to go. That pressure was on. It's unfair to them, but what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Well, that's in my head when I'm sitting down.
I think Snow's is going to be here this time for the first time. So, and they've got to do brisket. How can they not? I mean, hopefully they're doing their brisket.
But there's a reality to this. When you eat a lot of barbecue, and if you eat high-end barbecue, all the high-end barbecue is high-end barbecue. It's hard to really stand out.
It is.
It's just great barbecue.
Yeah, for me, it's great barbecue. I separate a lot of the places. Brisket is pretty. All the top places now, their brisket is really good. It's really close to the same thing.
It's all awesome, and that word is important.
It is, and it's a taste thing. Like my favorite is Truth, and but I've had a lot of good briskets that taste really similar because everybody kind of follows the Aaron Franklin method, and a lot of these places they were working there, and now they've opened their own spots. And like Goldie's, who became number one, all those guys worked for Franklin at one point. And then they went and started their own, and that's one I wish was going to be here this weekend. Is Goldie's. Yeah, I hadn't tried that one yet.
Brice and I differ a little because I think Snow's is the best barbecue I've ever had. Brice acknowledges it's great, but it's not your favorite.
Snow's the best brisket I've ever had. My favorite barbecue joint is Truth. Yeah. So
I love Truth. See, that's I think it's one of my favorite.
They do brisket
all time.
They do brisket great. I mean, amazing. Like I said, my favorite brisket probably of all time. But everything else kind of falls, below where everybody else is with their whole menu.
The best thing about them is their whole menu.
Yeah.
A lot of barbecue places we go to, they do one thing, which is what they're known for, and then the rest is kind of like boring. I thought Snow's across the board was above the average.
Yeah,
so I know,
and that's how it is for me with Truth. Is everything there is good from sides to desserts to their barbecue.
I love Truth.
It's great.
I remember I took Brice's recommendation on that one, and I take most of my barbecue recommendations from Brice, and I went to Truth, and that was mind blowing. And you know what was awesome? Everything about it was comfortable. The service was phenomenal. The barbecue was phenomenal. The wait at the line was so acceptable and even pleasant.
Yeah.
I'd even say that compared to most. Everything about it was one of those great experiences.
Yeah, because it is if you're on the weekend, it's an hour wait, easy, if not more. The good thing is the Brenham one, now that the Houston one is open, the Brenham one's still just as good. I go to that one more often because it's closer. It's the same, but the lines aren't anywhere what they are the one in Houston.
Exactly.
So if you're looking to check out Truth and miss the line, go to the one in Brenham.
And they have a brewery down there in
right there in Houston.
Brazos Valley Brewing in Houston.
Yeah.
In Brenham, sorry, in Brenham.
In Brenham, yeah.
Brazos Valley Brewing, which is right down the street. So you pick it up, take it to go to Brazos Valley Brewing, and drink some of the greatest craft brewing around, and makes for a nice trip.
Yeah.
Works in my world.
Yeah, it takes you 40 minutes from right here.
Doesn't even feel like it, though.
It doesn't. No,
it's an easy ride.
Yeah, it's an easy ride.
And then after you've eaten like that and had a couple of beers that are amazing, life is good.
Yeah, I usually hit it up. We go down to the coast, and Brenham's a little out of the way, but it's an easy cut through to get where I need to get to like LaGrange and, get down to the Corpus area, get down to the coast. So usually we leave. We don't eat breakfast. We leave mid-morning, hit lunch at Truth, and then hit the road to the beach.
How can you drive after that?
Yeah, no, I usually make my wife drive.
Take a nap. Yeah. See that? All right. That makes a lot more sense. 979-693-1150. That number, you know it as the Deeper Land Services hotline number, but it's also my text message number. And, I don't do this often because we can do it every day. This is Texas. But in honor of the Troubadour Festival tomorrow, the ultimate barbecue and music experience, in honor of Brice Jones Barbecue, Pitmaster himself, Smoking Aces. When are you in competition? It's soon, right?
It's next weekend. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, Friday and Saturday. So we'll be out there. We'll be in Milliken for the annual one we do, the Milliken Center. Also, Memorial Doc, Doc Memorial was a buddy of everybody, cook-off guy, passed away unexpectedly end of last year, beginning of this year. And so it's first annual memorial cook-off for him. So
all right.
We'll be out there.
Next weekend. We'll get more details next Friday, too, of course. So in honor of barbecue is good. And I don't ask this all the time or take up all the time, but your favorite barbecue place you've been to, not that you've heard about, not that, you want to go to. What's the best barbecue you ever ate in your life? You can text me. We'll share a little bit later on. We'll collect some data here. But
yeah, I'd like to see how many of them I've tried that people will throw out there.
Go ahead and text me, 979-693-1150. Light up the Texas Mobile and Loop Express inbox in honor of the Troubadour, in honor of Lou starving, in honor of just Brice being here. Best barbecue place that you have ever eaten at. Not that I have. I've shared, Brice has shared, but that you have ever eaten at. You can text now, 979-693-1150. Brice, I have a question I'm going to throw at you. Okay. We'll take a break, and, you'll have a chance to think about it. But, and I know you had to have heard about it, but this week, all the over-unders, P4 teams, FanDuel, or was it DraftKings throughout there, a lot of nice, so you could bet these, right?
Yeah.
A lot of great conversation and debate. And in the SEC, no team had a 10 or higher over-under. The first switch to the 9-game schedule, it was Georgia and Texas had the two highest, but they were only 9.5. And in my lifetime, which a lot of beers and years, so I don't remember all of my lifetime, but I don't remember the SEC not having not one team picked in the preseason with an over-under that wasn't 10. I mean, Alabama was 11.5 on a 12-team schedule, right? But this year, highest is Georgia, Texas, and that's only 9.5. Texas A&M University, your gut instinct, don't think too hard. What do you think it should be?
It's at 8.5 probably.
It's 8.5. But what do you think it should be?
It should be, you'd like
12.
It should be 12, yeah. It should be 9.5 somewhere in there, but 8.5 is, that's okay. That's an easy one. I would bet the over.
So we'll take a timeout. I want to explore. I know you got your bet on the over, but I want to explore even what some of the experts broke down on 8.5, the wins, the losses, and I even want to go with you. You say over, okay?
Yeah. I don't even know the schedule. I know they play LSU and Bama because I was listening to your show yesterday, I guess.
I'm sorry.
And you were playing the
you must have been bored.
You were playing the Greg McElroy.
The spring previews.
Yeah, spring previews.
Which I thought was really good.
So I know they play them. So
you know two of 12 games.
I know some of the other games too, but not like what order. Yeah, I don't care. I'll wait till the
That's
fall.
Just outstanding stuff. So you know two of their 12 games.
3. I know they play Texas.
Ooh.
There you go.
Knowledge is power.
Yep.
We'll be right back. And again, text best barbecue that you have ever eaten in your life, or just in honor of the Troubadour Festival tomorrow, one of the greatest days in Bryan College Station each year. In honor of Brice Jones Barbecue, Pitmaster, Smoking Aces himself. In honor of Lou being hungry, best barbecue you've eaten in your life. We'll be right back. It's the Louis Bellina Show, Friday. Louis Bellina Show, presented by CC Electric on the Zone.
Sign up for the Zone newsletter at zone1150.com and don't miss out on a chance to win $5,000 in the Money Machine.
The Louis Bellina Show, presented by CC Electric, built on faith, family, and community. The Louis Bellina Show from inside the Charles Schwab studio, Stephen College Station, and, well, he's a Sooners fan. Gordon Ramsay texted. Gordon Ramsay ate at Snow's and said it wasn't the best barbecue, but the best effing food he's ever had. I remember that.
Yeah.
That clip went viral. That clip was
Yeah.
everywhere when Gordon Ramsay ate at Snow's.
Yep. Yeah. Gordon Ramsay don't know barbecue. No, I'm sure he could. He can't cook. I mean, I'm sure he could if he really tried hard. But yeah, it's probably some of the best. Again, Snow's is some of the best Texas barbecue you can get.
And that's one of those things. And Brice is talking about Snow's, and this is why him and I can conversate about it. He's not insulting. He's not saying it's garbage or trash.
Best brisket I've ever had.
Right.
Overall experience, I like Truth better.
Yeah, and that's fine. You know, I do kind of chuckle and. I do kind of chuckle at this kind of stuff because we're talking about the best of the best, the elite of the elite. All of these ones that we're talking about are in a category that others can only dream of. So we start with, it's all awesome.
Yeah.
And now we're trying to fine hair split to what the best of them all are.
Here's what I prefer. Yeah.
Right. So it's okay. Jim said, I'd be a terrible judge. All of Texas barbecue is good as long as the sauce is on the side.
Yeah. Yeah, sauce on the side. I do like... I will first want to say I like sauce on my ribs. I don't do it on brisket or anything, but I do like a good. If it's a good sauce, I will like a good glaze on my ribs.
You know what's weird with ribs? Dry, rub, sauce, etc. If I taste pork, I don't care what else you've done.
Yeah, that's probably why my favorite ones are at Pinkerton's, because they've got this glaze, dude. It's phenomenal.
You know, I went to Pinkerton's a month ago.
Yeah, I told you.
But I went just a month ago.
Yeah. I like their ribs. Love their ribs.
My favorite thing in the world is what, Brice?
Ribs.
Yeah.
And I've told you they're probably one of my favorite ribs.
I've been to Pinkerton's many. Well, now it feels like many
Too bad.
times.
I mean, I hate that he's a Longhorn, but it's all right. He makes a good barbecue.
Everything they do pork, because their version of pulled pork is undefeated.
I never get pulled pork at a barbecue place. Never.
Well, I do if I'm in Georgia. I do if I'm.
I'm talking in Texas.
In Texas, I will because they know pork. That's just their thing.
Pulled pork is only good with barbecue sauce. I've never had a pulled pork that just eaten by itself was as flavorful.
Theirs comes in a different shape, and you just see the moistness on it and realize you don't need sauce for it.
Yeah.
Try it. Okay, do this for me then.
Okay.
Next time you go to Pinkerton's, try it's called chopped pork.
Yeah.
Try it.
Okay. Got you.
Oh, it's so stinking good. It's so good. I don't want sauce. I'm that kind of snob. Like, you don't put sauce on a steak. I don't want sauce on my barbecue.
No, I'd never put sauce on a steak.
Right, but I don't want it on the barbecue. And like you said with ribs, I don't care what you do to the rib if I taste pork. That's the number one priority.
Yeah.
If what you do disguises the pork flavor, then you screwed up the rib.
True.
Brice Jones has made the best barbecue ribs I've ever had in my life. The Smokin' Aces rib is the best freaking barbecue rib I've ever had.
And they have barbecue sauce on them.
Yeah.
Well, because it's competition, has to.
Yeah. So back to Texas A&M football, 8.5. You said over, didn't hesitate, didn't think hard.
Didn't even think.
I said over, and in my world,
it should never be under ever again.
Under 8.5?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, that should not be the expectation ever. So
it's not the expectation, but I'm also a reality-based human.
No.
But here's the thing. I know that they have the worst questions at the worst places, and it's both lines of scrimmage. But I don't think you drop from 11 wins and go -3 the next year. If Elko has the program at that.
Not with a returning quarterback who at one point was a Heisman candidate and, that type of deal. Like, you can't go backwards on that.
You can't tell me that with Craver and Horton and a returning quarterback that you go -3.
Yeah, I agree. I thought that I would bet that all day long. I mean, one commercial break, that might happen. So, it's just, I thought that was an easy one.
There's just certain things that are unacceptable. You will not be able to give me an excuse that will make me accept -3.
Yeah, agreed.
This year.
Yeah.
Oh, Lou, they had to rebuild. They lost all the 11 players got drafted. You can talk till you're blue in the face.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy it.
Happens to Georgia and Ohio State and all these teams every single year, and they don't have to.
We live in a portal world.
Yeah.
If you would have told me in the past that A&M loses 11 players to the NFL draft and, they're going to have to step back, I think I maybe could have played along. Because I think that would have been normal to go, you need to step back for a year before you spend the next 3 years in the CFP.
Yeah.
Maybe in a non-portal world.
Yeah, but not in a portal world.
Just not anymore.
Agreed.
If they go 9-3, they don't make the playoff. And that's -2. And you might go, Lou, you're splitting a one game here. Yes, I am, but that's the point.
Yeah. Yep.
If you go -3, this is just the same as it always is. A&M once every 8 years does something special.
Elko talked about himself in one of his press conferences or after practice or something. He goes, the thing now is not reverting back to what A&M's always been. You have that one good year, and then you go back to the normal. Now it's building on that and stacking good years on top.
Exactly. And he has to stop it.
Yeah, I
mean, he can't say, well,
him,
he did it this time, but he will next time. I don't care. I'm not going to buy any excuse. Well, Marcel got hurt in the first game, and that's why.
That would be an excuse, but
I don't care
don't
anymore.
Say that, but it would be an excuse. But you sound like me now.
I've always been a no excuse guy.
Rubbed off on you. No, you would have made excuse. You will fast forward to the fall. If somebody gets hurt in the first game and it derails A&M seasons, you will use it as an excuse. Somebody mark it down. Somebody that listens every day.
Please do.
Remember this conversation.
I'm a no excuse guy.
Yeah, you are. You make excuses.
The portal and free agency, since we have true free agency, has changed the reality of what college football is. Because before you'd call it an excuse, you just didn't want to accept some of the realities of it.
It's just, it's in every sport now too. I mean, there's, if you're who you think you are and what you want to be, then you'll be up there every year because it's easy now. Just go pay them enough, get them here, win games.
And when you're Texas A&M, based on what sport, to be clear, you have the money to get them.
Yeah. There's no excuses. None.
When you're the Aggie football head coach, you don't want for anything.
Yeah, I mean, look, the only excuse that you is your core, because there's no way nowadays. It's hard to think you have a really good backup quarterback is crazy. It just doesn't happen in many programs. So if you lose your starting quarterback, your 3-year returning starter, then there's an excuse, because the way the free agency and the transfer portal, these guys are not waiting around anymore for their chance to be the starter. They're here to play, and if not, like, your backup is probably not all that great. He's probably some 7th-year senior that you wanted to play one more year, and you're giving him a shot as a backup. Which, I mean, they did that last year. They had the kid from UTSA.
Zeno.
Came in for it didn't. That's just what you expect your backup quarterback to be nowadays.
That's more of the reality
or
of it.
a freshman that's never started a game and was your big recruit that year.
Well, isn't that why you keep bringing in 5-star freshmen?
Yeah. I mean, that's why you
so that you at least have a talented.
At least have a talented backup, whether they're ready to play in the SEC or not because of injury. That they're at least there and redshirting to begin with. You usually out of those guys, you usually get 2 years out of those guys, right? You get the redshirt year, then they hope they're competing for the job and they either win it or they're the backup and then they're hitting the portal. So you at least out of the incoming freshmen, those quarterbacks usually get 2 years out of them.
So hold on,
unless you've promised them to come in and start right away and they don't.
So isn't the quarterback room supposed to be okay? I'm not thinking A&M, so don't just keep throwing the quarterback room should be you're not one of the top 3 transfers in the portal, the 28th year senior that came from JUCO, and he's the 3 guy anchoring it down, and your 5-star freshman.
Yeah,
and that's your quarterback room.
Pretty much. Or one guy did stick around and is waiting it out, and maybe he's a sophomore, redshirt sophomore, or something like that, instead of the 8th year JUCO. So yeah, that's what it should look like.
But that should be your But the 3-year development thing, I don't think is the right model. But what Elko inherited is
he inherited a starting quarterback and obviously led him to the college football playoff, and he obviously didn't play well the last few games, but we all see what he's capable of. You just need him to progress and not regress.
Yeah, I agree with you. I just don't know if it's worth waiting 3 years to try and reach a point where that
anymore.
Might be possible.
It's not. Not if you have the money, you go get. Look, the teams that are playing for the national title every year have transfer quarterbacks. I mean, both guys were transfers this year in the national title game. I think.
Was it 3 of 4 in the Final Four?
Yeah, I think so.
Was it 3 of 4?
I think who was the Final Four? It was. Yeah, I know my brain too much whiskey. I know Miami and Indiana played for the national title.
Transfer.
Yeah, who were the other 2? Somebody help us on the. I know somebody remembers. Who was it that? So Miami beat. Who did they beat? Was it Ohio State? They beat Ohio State. Is that what it was? And Sayin was not a transfer. And then who did Indiana? Indiana beat the crap out of somebody to get to the title game. I forget who it was.
Indiana beat everyone.
I know, pretty
the
bad.
Bleep out of everyone.
Yeah, don't remember. Oh well.
That's one of the things. I know the national championship game was some time ago at this point, but Indiana didn't just win. They kind of dominated their way through the college football playoff. Yeah. They were the undisputed.
Everybody kept waiting for them to stumble, and they never did. They had the one game, Penn State, that they won late, against the bad Penn State team.
Are you talking about the regular season?
Yeah,
I'm talking about the playoffs.
I'm talking the whole
when they
season.
Got the playoffs,
they dominated everybody the whole season.
They steamrolled the playoffs.
Yeah, pretty much.
They, to me, were the undisputed, undeniable. Like when the smoke cleared, they didn't get lucky. They didn't squeak by. They didn't get a good draw in the college football playoff. They dominated.
They broke the curse of the first round buys. Not winning.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes, they did. They they did it clean. They became the undisputed champion. I don't know if there's an Indiana this year, but that we got in the summer. We'll come back to that in the summer. How's that?
Depends on who's this year's Fernando Garza, who's the transfer quarterback that comes in, and
Sam Levitt, LSU.
Is it Levitt? I was going to say, is it Levitt at LSU or
You take a quarterback like Levitt and you give it to an offensive. Let's be fair. You could say a lot of things about Kiffin, but he is an offensive genius.
Yeah.
Look at what he did with Trinidad Chambliss. Chambliss in the playoffs peaked at the right time, and Chambliss is now top 3 Heisman kind of guy. It's insane what Kiffin does with quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah, LSU could really be dangerous this year. And A&M has to go to LSU this year, right?
Yep, end of the first month.
Yeah.
Last
That's
Saturday.
the first true test, I guess, of the year. But, going there. I mean, LSU could be dangerous. They spent a lot of money in the portal.
Levitt was my number 1 quarterback in the portal. I know what the other rankings were.
What was the other
Sorsby
ranking?
that went
the
to
one that-
Indiana. No, he didn't.
He went.
Hoover went to Indiana. Sorsby went to.
I don't know.
Man, why are we not remembering the stuff we know?
It's me.
Are we just thinking barbecue so
I
hard?
don't know. I got bad memory as it is. Whiskey will do that to you.
Hoover went to Indiana. Levitt went to
LSU.
Oh, Sorsby went to Texas Tech. Duh. Bidding war. Just empty checkbook.
The old money.
Yeah, well, just empty checkbook.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I like Levitt the most. And you know why? Because he already played in the college football playoff.
Well, I think you talk about Texas Tech. There was he was a linebacker or somebody that committed here. He's a high school kid, and they said they made me an offer I couldn't refuse. That was the line. Like the recruiting writers, have the story about them committing, and that was the tagline. It's like they made me an offer I couldn't refuse.
And the kid didn't even know what he was referencing. It just was so pure.
Yep.
When we come back, text messages, sprint to the finish, wrapping things up as we head towards 1 o'clock. It is the Louis Bellina Show, presented by CC Electric, Friday on The Zone.
You can hear the NCAA Tournament, March Madness, on the Zone 1150 AM.
Legendary.
And 93.7 FM.
The Louis Bellina Show. Lunchtime, thanks to Rudy's Barbecue. The Louis Bellina Show from inside the Charles Schwab studio. Brice, a couple of text messages.
Go for it.
Going to the Texas Mobile and Lube Express inbox. Texas Mobile and Lube Express, owned by Gabriel Garcia. Eagle 24 says, and have you been here? Miles Barbecue in Hearn, Texas?
No, hadn't been there.
Have you heard of them?
Nope.
Okay, something to put down in the notes.
Yeah.
Miles? Never.
I just don't ever think of Hearn as a place to stop for.
Can't go. Okay.
Can't go as close.
I just saw the headline and clicked it.
Yeah.
In the mid-'70s,
Okay.
no longer open, best most brisket ever. That's cool, though.
Yeah.
Little barbecue history
I was
there.
wondering, I was like, I would think if it was that close, I'd have heard of it. But yeah, 70s, wasn't born, so yeah, probably hadn't heard of it.
Wait a minute, how old are you?
I'm not as old as you, that's for sure.
Okay, you didn't have to take a shot at me.
Yes, I did.
Is that what they call catching a stray? I was minding my own business.
No, you got a stray. You got it right to the face.
Dang, dude. Miles from Deer Park. Here's the other 2 semifinalists. Ole Miss and Oregon.
Ole Miss and Oregon. Oh, okay. I thought it was Ohio State, but yeah, I do remember Ole Miss. That was a pretty good game. The Ole Miss game.
Great game. Miami, Ole Miss, right?
Miami, Ole Miss, yeah.
And Oregon, and then the Big Ten rematch. And transfer, homegrown.
Yep.
So, again,
3 or
don't
4.
take the hard road. Don't make it harder than you have to.
Yeah.
And when you're A&M and you have the money, you don't have to make it harder.
Yeah, and we don't have to worry about that till after this year. So then we'll see.
It will be interesting to see, because then after this year, Elko can do what he believes.
Yeah, I mean, he can either go to the transfer. Or he thinks one of the guys he's recruited is ready. We'll find out.
For 3 years to
we'll
develop.
Maybe
It
may not be a 3-year guy.
Time.
Maybe the guy they recruited last
No
year.
quarterback's ever ready in year 1.
Very
And
few.
no matter
Very few.
no matter how long you're in the program, you have to have year 1 of starting. That's year 1. It's not when you get on campus. This is the first year he started. He's only started 12 games, Lou. It takes at least 12 games of starting. Well, it's only his second year of starting. Everyone develops at a different rate. Let's get rid of all the excuses.
Hey, you're the one here going on a little rant about it. I'm just listening.
Every quarterback ever has had the same sequence of excuses forever.
Yeah.
Well, it takes at least 1 year. So then what? So you have to waste a year of him starting, so all the excuses get out of the book.
Yep. So we'll see after. I mean, this year obviously.
No, I don't want to see.
No, actually, Marcel, this will be
3.
If he does, he could come back for another year. You never know.
That's fine. He's gotten everything out of the way. But
Yeah.
after Marcel, I kind of like to fast forward the process.
I'm for the transfer as long as it's one of the top 2 guys in the transfer portal. You don't want the 5th or 6th guy.
So Houston Astros opening day yesterday.
Yikes.
I hate to put it in this term, but They are exactly who I thought they are.
They got blanked.
Do you know?
Now, they shouldn't have got blanked. Yordan Alvarez absolutely murdered a ball that hit the roof basically and went foul instead of being a home run. So they wouldn't have got shut out. Yeah, I mean, they were starting pitching was great. Bullpen was bad because everybody's hurt and nobody hit.
The Astros last year, and I wanted to find this so I'd be exact, but that would be ridiculous of me to be that exact. But the Astros scored 3 or less like 80-something times.
Did they? Yeah.
And they're on pace.
They're on pace. First one. We'll see how today goes, and we'll start talking about the pace of, scoring 3 runs or less. But, I mean, the more concerning thing to me is the bullpen, 2-3 guys on the 60-day DL, something like that, IL. I still call it the DL. Who cares? Still hurt, and so including your closer. So
And 3 relievers appeared, all gave up runs.
Yep.
In a scoreless game.
To the Angels. Or not.
So it was scoreless, solo shot. And it was Mike Trout. You almost want to go, that's going to happen, to be fair. But then it's a 1-run game. You give up a run. It's a 2-run game. You give up a solo shot.
Yeah, I mean, people forget that if he can stay healthy for an entire year, Mike Trout's an MVP guy. Tend to forget just because he's been hurt for like 6 straight years that he's still one of the best players in baseball.
The Houston Astros offense had 3 hits. The Houston Astros offense scored no runs. The Houston Astros hired not 1 but 2 new hitting coaches. And I don't know if you probably didn't know this. This is probably a little too deep for you. Did you know they hired a new position that they call offensive coordinator? They have
for baseball.
True story. They hired not 1 but 2 new hitting coaches and an offensive coordinator because their plate approach. See, the Houston Astros during the dynasty, their plate discipline. They destroyed pitchers by working the pitch count. They got on base, right? They
made you make a mistake.
They are one of the 3 worst swinging teams in baseball last year. Like, they swing at pitches out of the zone, and they just swing at more pitches than almost anyone else but the Colorado Rockies and all of baseball. This is the geek stuff you hate.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't hate it.
They swing at everything. You don't have to throw a strike is the problem.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Well,
can't get a hit if you don't swing.
You let the pitcher throw the ball at the on-deck circle and you're still swinging, there's a problem, okay? And so they had this new hitting coordinator, an offensive coordinator. So the Astros swung outside the strike zone 44% of the time in 6 innings against the Angels starter. It just
game 1.
You had all off. No.
It's game 1.
You had all off season
to learn how to hit
to just try. Game 1.
One game.
All that talk, all the and you just made no effort.
They're old. We know this, and with age comes less productivity. So we'll see. One game, not a great game. It's just the first one.
Didn't even try.
I mean, if we judge everybody, didn't Aaron Judge go 0 for 4 with 4 Ks? You think he won't hit?
It's because he played in the WBC.
You think he still won't hit 60 home runs this
year? He played in the WBC.
Yeah, so did Paul Skeens. He got yanked in the first inning. He got like 1 out.
You saw it happen, right?
Yeah, I saw. So, I mean, look, O'Neal Cruz let one go right under his leg. Then he dropped one. It wasn't all Paul Skeens, but he got touched.
It was almost none him.
Yeah.
He could have got out. He could have given up hits, but he didn't have to give up a single run, to be fair.
Yeah, he wouldn't have given up a run if those 2 plays are made.
And
then he gave up 5.
Except there's 2 balls hit to center field that should have been corn cans.
One was a ground ball that it would have been a single, but it wouldn't have scored a run, and he let it go through his legs. And
it is gruesome.
And then he had one where he took 5 steps and it forward and then turned around and it was too late. And then a pop up he lost in the sun, and I think it cost him 3 runs.
And for those that don't know, the story is that is a shortstop. The Pirates, made the decision to convert their top prospect at short into center field, and he's playing like a shortstop in center field. So you want to get mad at him and go, how can a major leaguer play like that? Because he's a shortstop.
Yeah, it's not as easy as, it's just, you move positions, it takes some time.
Don't get mad at him. Like, seriously.
Last year, people on about Altuve's defense, like, he's never played outfield. They turn him into a left fielder. Of course he's not good at it.
Don't hate the player. Hate the game.
Hate the coach.
So I was reading an article, and this phrase. Yeah, I can read.
Okay, cool.
And here's the phrase. 3 frames into and here's the quote, franchise-defining season. Franchise-defining season.
Who are we talking about?
The Astros.
Oh. A franchise defining. I don't.
Is there any way, any shape? No, if they went 0-162, would this be a franchise-defining season?
No, I don't think so. I mean, we'll figure out. Is the dynasty kind of? Oh, is it really over?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Is it really over? We'll see. But the problem now is rebuilding the. Your farm system and doing will they be buyers or sellers at the trade deadline, again this year, but I don't think it's, program defining or whatever that journalist decided to say.
Franchise defining season.
It's not.
I think the mistake is
the defining thing of this franchise is winning 2 World Series there, sir. Like this has no bearing on that.
I think the Houston Astros it's weird because I don't know, they don't get credit as a sports town or a baseball town or anything Houston does. Town. And it's always been a great sports town for those that know, but they've always been competitive. Like, they competed in the 80s and the 90s.
It's turn into the Marlins or the Rockies or something. Like,
yeah.
You might have a year or two that we had, after the last the last dynasty with the Biggio's and Bagwells. We had 5 years? It was kind of a rebuild, and then back to doing what we do. So I don't know. I don't think nowadays
franchise defining.
Yeah,
the Killer Bees are franchise defining.
Yeah,
the World Series dynasty. They have a couple of franchise. Nolan Ryan by himself is franchise defining. So I got 3 things that are. That's how defined the Astros are. I've got 3 different things that are franchise. Nolan Ryan is franchise defining. The Killer Bees are franchise defining, and the Dynasty, the 2 World Series, are franchise defining. I
find it funny that he's been saving that up all year, win or lose the first game, I guess. Because whoever wrote that, he's been saving that one up all offseason, waiting for the first game.
Franchise defining?
Yeah, I don't know. He's just.
Here's what I think he could have wrote. If things go poorly, and I mean 5 and 30. Kind of poorly.
Put the tombstone on the Houston Chronicle.
No, it's time to go back into tanking mode. It's time to rebuild. Truly,
you sell at the deadline and you try to get some, rebuild your farm system.
But I mean, you get rid of everyone that wants to go.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
It's time to go. I mean,
I don't disagree with you.
If you're able to get new bats and shiny balls, you do everything. it's time to go full Marlins, maybe.
Yeah.
That's not franchise defining. That's future defining.
Yeah, that's just trying to, hey, this year's not going to happen, and we don't have much of a farm system. Time to get everything we can.
But also, and that's what I'm about future defining. You also just quit trying to bail and wire and get one free agent at a time because they're trying to extend this dynasty as long as they can, and the dynasty's dead. So they're trying to be as competitive as long as they can. Well. If the window to even be competitive is closed, is what could be that you could find out this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but not Fran. It's a little dramatic for my taste.
I think we've established he went overboard with that one.
Way overboard.
Way overboard.
3-0, 3 hits.
3 hits. That's all we got.
And offensively, you were just every last tasty bit as bad as you were last year. And the bullpen was every bit as bad as you were scared they were going to be. When 3 of your top 5 start the year on the 60 day IL.
Yeah.
What an opening day.
Not good.
Gosh bless America. What a
And we can't blame the World Baseball Classic this year.
You don't understand something. If we had global warming right now, I would blame the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah.
It's a tradition for everything. Before I let you roll, I got a little bit of time, but Aggie baseball will stay on the diamond. I am correct. The men is they have to win the series. A sweep would be especially nice.
They need a sweep. Minimum have to win 2 or 3 games without question. It's the season could take a turn that you don't like. I mean, look, they haven't won a series yet. They've only got 2 SEC wins. You're playing one of the bottom teams in the SEC. Yes, you're at their place, but there's no excuse. You should win 2 of 3, and a sweep would be nice. What you needed last year, and you didn't do, you need to have that happen this year. I think so.
And it's one of those things, there's still 7 series left. That's the thing about need.
But you look at who the 7 series are against is the problem. Yeah.
Because you got the people that until the season's over and then they finally go, they keep giving you but there's 7 more left. It's not too late.
It starts to be too late. If you don't, you have to beat Missouri. That's why a sweep is feels necessary because, man, they play so many top teams and right now they've shown against these top teams they're going to win 1. At home and on the road. And so that's not going to get it done without a sweep here or there against the teams you're supposed to sweep.
How about a timeout? Come back. I got a text message question.
Let's do it.
Blending Southern culture with college football.
You guys are awesome.
Music, sport commentary, and more. It's Marty and McGee.
Marty and McGee.
Saturday mornings from 6 to 9 on the Zone 1150 AM and 93.7 FM.
The Louis Bellina Show. Brice, before we head out the door, I don't know how far this registers on your radar. I doubt it, to be honest with you, but number 15 AM softball, number 1 Texas in Austin. And
Is it this weekend?
Yeah. And if you think back, 2 years ago, their super regional was the best super regional of the entire NCAA tournament.
And blew it. They had them.
They were 4 outs away.
They had
Inexcusable loss.
4-run
lead with 4 outs. And
Yep.
And then last year,
I got to bring up painful memories like that, Lee.
Are there any other kind of Aggie memories?
Not really, no.
So, and then last year, A&M ruled them in the SEC tournament, and Texas goes on to win the national championship.
Yep. Yeah, and A&M was the 1 seed and doesn't make it out of their regional.
Again, why are you bringing up painful memories? Why you got to be like that?
So what you're saying is I don't know. So
war. I'm saying it's a war.
It's war. It's on.
They play rivalry softball.
It's on.
So I'm excited. And finally, and I wish we had more time, but there's so much. I love spring. You got a million things to hang out and talk about.
Yeah.
NCAA tournament.
Great games last night. Texas, Purdue, the tip in, great game. Houston got, rolled, but
what happened to them in the second half?
I don't know. They just did not play good basketball.
And thank you.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't. I don't know how to explain it. You got to ask Logan on Tuesday or whatever day Logan comes in. You ask
Tuesday at 11:20.
There you go. You ask Logan because he'll know. I don't.
If he says the same thing, I'll throw him out of the Charles Schwab studio.
No, you won't. He probably would. Be like, they played bad basketball, Luke.
Out.
Yeah. See ya later. But yeah, I mean, looking forward to the games, especially tonight. Not so much tomorrow because I'll be busy. But
Arizona has still looked like the immovable force.
Yeah.
Arizona
it's the only
is the
saving
one team
grace
to
in
not mess with.
Only saving grace in my bracket. I got Arizona winning it all.
Yeah, same here. It just, and I never.
My bracket's still good, but I had Florida going. I had Florida playing Arizona in the in the title game. I had Florida, Arizona.
And again, for the millionth time, I just give Arizona credit because
they look good last night.
Being that good and looking that good and being that consistent is not easy.
I really thought Acuff and Arkansas would give them trouble. I really did, and Arizona just absolutely rolled over them.
Be amazing, dude. I'll see you tomorrow at the Troubadour.
Yeah, see you there.
Everyone else, Monday at 11.
It's Larry from Shelby, previously on the Paul Feinbaum Show.
Legend said some song lyrics come to mind when he was watching the show yesterday in Crazy Train. But speaking of Legend, y'all go ahead and cancel this tournament and everyone will get out of their feelings, Mr. Paul. Cancel it and give it to the GOAT. Make him a 7-time champ. I vote Legend.
It's the Paul Feinbaum Show, powered by Polaris Fun Center, 2 to 4 weekdays on the Zone.